Hey everyone, happy Tuesday before Thanksgiving. It is 2:38. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rika Mutteraj, live in the KHOU 11 newsroom with your afternoon update. As always, these are the stories that you guys have been clicking on today. So let's get to it. You know, we're following a story out of the Katy area right now. Investigators are on scene there after possible human remains or bones were discovered in a field this morning. This is video from Air 11. The field is near the intersection of West Little York and Briarstone Bay Drive, not far from the Grand Parkway. We're working to get more information from the Harris County Sheriff's Office on this. We'll have the very latest on this story developing out in the Katy area coming up at 4. A man convicted of murder in 2010 was released on bond today, and his lawyers with the Innocence Project are fighting for his exoneration. This is 42-year-old Lydell Grant. He was sentenced to life in prison in 2012 for a stabbing outside a Montrose bar. 28-year-old Aaron Shearhorn was killed. Well, now prosecutors are re-examining Grant's case and his possible innocence after newly tested DNA evidence pointed to a different suspect. Grant is expected to be released later on today from the Harris County Jail. His bail at $100,000 with conditions that he must wear an ankle and GPS monitor. All right, is it really Thanksgiving if there isn't a line wrapped around the block of people waiting to buy a pie from the Flying Saucer? I mean, really, come on. The famous pie shop is on the north side along Cross Timbers, just east of Shepherd Drive. If you drive by there, you'll see that long line. You know, the shop sold more than 20,000 pies last year over a 3-day period. Judging by that line, I wouldn't be surprised if they sold just as many, if not more, this year. And finally, the perfect gift for the Star Wars fan in your life who also loves to cook. Williams-Sonoma announced Tuesday it joined forces with Instant Pot to bring forward the special edition Star Wars Instant Pot collection. Check it out. Most of the pots in the series cost about $100, but a Chewbacca edition is going to set you back $119. And we've got a link to all of the options on our website, whether or not the Force is with you. All right, Blake Matthews is here now. It was a warm day. Is it going to cool down in time for Thanksgiving, Blake?
Oh, you know, we're going to get a little cool down as we head into tomorrow, Reka, but then things warm right back up to near 80 degrees heading into the weekend. But there is a cool front that we'll be pushing through here on Sunday, which should clear us out and cool us down. In the meantime, I know hurricane season is sort of an afterthought, but believe it or not, we are just about 4 days away until finally we could put the 2019 season to rest. So here was the forecast. The Colorado State University was calling for 13 tropical storms, 5 hurricanes, and 2 major hurricanes. What we ended up with was significantly more than that. We ended up with 18 named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. Of course, the blockbuster hurricane this year was Hurricane Dorian, which moved through the Bahamas, as we know, decimated that country there with just complete devastation and many ruined lives over in that part of the world. Here locally, we are talking about really just a cloudy day, really not much going on, and temperatures about 8 to as much as 10 degrees warmer than where they should be for this time of year. It is still 80 degrees up there at Bush Intercontinental Airport. And can anybody spot the reason why? It's right in front of you. You just have to know where to look. That southwest wind, we're coming in right now between 5 and about 10 miles an hour. Actually, it's a little bit gustier than that. Some areas gusting 20-25. So the dew is kind of all over the place this afternoon, but that southwest wind is the key to getting us very warm. It's always a warm wind for us, whether it's in the summer or in the winter. This is what you get. 80 degrees at Bush, 82 right now in Sugar Land, 81 in El Campo. The rest of us holding in those upper 70s. There's your current winds right there. 16 right now in Tomball, 23 in Sugar Land, 23 at Hobby Airport. So it's a gusty afternoon out there, and temperatures are really warm all across the southern United States. It's 72 right now in Tuscaloosa, 65 in Hotlanta, 67 degrees in Oklahoma City, 71 in Dallas. So very warm conditions, well above average for this time of year. But look at Denver, where they have blizzard warnings just to the east of the city. 22 right now out there in the Mile High City, 43 degrees in Chicago, 33 in Bismarck. Very cold across the Mountain West. And brother, the snow is piling up by the feet out there. One of the reasons why we've got a massive storm system pushing in right now. This is what we call a bomb cyclone. The reason why we call it that is because those pressures are dropping very low very quickly as this continues to move into the southern Oregon coastline into northern California. Just a tremendous amount of snow there falling north of Redding into the Medford, Oregon area. The other area of big snow is from Denver, where it is finally coming to an end, and you can see that banding there across western Kansas into Nebraska, northwestern portions of Iowa. We've got winter storm and blizzard warnings in effect for some of those areas, and a lot of rain out ahead of a front moving through Memphis into St. Louis, Little Rock, areas just east of Dallas, pushing into the Arklatex region. So if you're headed up 59, or what we call the DQ highway in my family, you're going to run into a little bit of rain. There's a closer look at that snow just to the northwest of Omaha, wrapping around an area of low pressure there in western Kansas north of Dodge City. And there's a little closer look at that rain across Arkansas, moving into Nashville at this time and just to the south of St. Louis. And there's a closer look at that storm there out towards Portland, Medford, out to the west of Reno and into the San Francisco Bay Area. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast. Very warm conditions persisting across the southeast U.S. Our front will move through the state of Texas into our neck of the woods as we get into tomorrow, so you'll notice a brief cool down as we get into your Wednesday before things begin to warm up once again, getting into the end of the week. So here's how things play out here locally once again as we head over the next couple of hours. You can see the snow piling up there towards New Mexico, but look at the winter storm warnings from Minneapolis through Nebraska into northern Kansas, stretching all the way back down towards Denver, and it does appear that they have dropped the blizzard warnings out there in eastern Colorado. But the damage is done. Look at this. Denver right now coming in at 1.5 hour delays there at DIA, and that's really the only trouble spot I see so far here for most of the country. So over the next couple of days. There we go. Everybody say hello to Sally. Thank you. Taking a look here at the next couple of days. 65 degrees as we get into your Wednesday, 71 degrees heading into your Thanksgiving Thursday. Black Friday looking pretty good. Temperatures in the upper 70s and near 80 on Saturday before cooling down nicely heading into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with bright sunny skies persisting. I hope everybody has a great rest of the afternoon, and we'll see you coming up today at 4 o'clock on the 411. And Breaka, we're going to toss it back over to you.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Blake. Really appreciate that. Before we go, I know we usually end on weather, but we wanted to mention to you guys that there is an accident that we're looking at from Transtar. Check this out. This is 610 East Loop. This is basically inbound, southbound at Clinton, and that is not looking good. It looks like all lanes are blocked right there. Don't know how long it's going to take to clear up this mess, but traffic is essentially at a standstill. They are just now, I guess in the last few minutes, letting one lane of cars go by. But this is going to be quite a backup as we head into the evening rush hour. Again, unclear how long this will take. This East Loop at Clinton. Steer clear of that area if you can. All right, that's it for our afternoon update from the KHOU 11 newsroom. We'll have the very latest on all the stories we're following today on the 411. We'll see you then.